Hello everyone and welcome back. If you watched part 1, you discovered the ancient 4,000 year history of New Year's Eve. But today, we're diving into the absolute weirdest traditions. I'm about to reveal 5 of the most bizarre, hilarious and unbelievable New Year customs from around the world. We're talking about racing against time with fruit, running with luggage, jumping into the ocean, hanging vegetables on doors, and throwing bread at walls. These traditions are so strange, they'll make you question everything. Let's explore the craziest New Year rituals on Earth. Let's start with one of the most stressful and hilarious New Year traditions, eating 12 grapes in 12 seconds. In Spain and several Spanish-speaking countries, you must eat 12 grapes at midnight on December 31st. Each grape symbolizes 1 month of good luck for the coming year. But here's the crazy part. You have to swallow all 12 grapes perfectly synchronized with the 12 chimes of midnight. 1 grape per second, which sounds easy but is incredibly difficult. This tradition, born in the late 19th century, has spread throughout Latin America. Television channels broadcast the chimes of great clocks like Puerta del Sol in Madrid, while viewers synchronize their grapes with the bells. Millions of people with mouths stuffed full, cheeks bulging, desperately trying not to choke. There are strategies. Some peel and seed grapes in advance for easier swallowing. Others practice before. In Colombia, a popular belief holds that walking or running around the block with an empty suitcase at midnight attracts travel for the coming year. Just after the countdown, residents emerge with symbolic luggage, creating an amusing and noisy spectacle. Imagine streets filled with people dragging suitcases, rolling carry-ons, running in circles. The logic is sympathetic magic. Simulate travel to attract actual travel. Some wear travel clothes and carry passports. Neighborhoods organize group runs, creating parades of hopeful travelers. In the Philippines, New Year is associated with round shapes, believed to evoke coins and prosperity. Pots, pans, horns, fireworks, the louder the better. Filipino New Year is one of Earth's loudest celebrations. White symbolizes peace and purification and has become the quasi-official color. A popular tradition involves jumping 7 successive waves, 1 for each day of the week, while making wishes. Imagine millions in white jumping into the ocean at midnight. Waves crashing, wishes shouted to the sea. Absolutely magical, but there's a deeper spiritual meaning. Offerings of flowers, candles and gifts are deposited in the sea, honoring Iemanjá, goddess of the sea from Afro-Brazilian traditions. This shows how New Year fuses African heritage, Catholicism, and contemporary culture. The scene on Copacabana beach is breathtaking. There are over 2 million in white boat processions with offerings, massive fireworks, live music. It's one of the world's largest celebrations. The white tradition is strictly followed. Brazilians believe it brings peace and wards off negative energy. The 7 waves tradition requires jumping completely over each wave while making different wishes. It's harder than it sounds. This fusion of indigenous, African, European and modern influences makes Brazilian New Year unique. Brazilian New Year, where ocean meets heaven. Now let's explore some of the strangest rituals on earth. In Japan, New Year's Eve is marked by the Buddhist ritual Joya no Kane, where temples ring bells 108 times. This number refers to the desires or impurities to be purified. Each strike helps release one form of attachment before entering the new year. The bells toll slowly, deliberately, creating a meditative atmosphere completely different from Western countdowns. People visit temples to hear the bells, pray, and reflect. Japanese New Year, Shogatsu, is the most important holiday. Families clean their homes completely, pay off debts, and resolve disputes. The bell ringing symbolizes this purification. Now let's fly to Greece for hilariously bizarre traditions. One involves hanging an onion on the front door as a symbol of rebirth. The logic? Onions sprout even in difficult conditions, symbolizing resilience. On January 1st, some parents touch their children's heads with this onion for luck. Imagine waking up to your parent bopping you with a door onion. Another practice involves leaving beautiful shoes near the door to be symbolically blessed for prosperity. Greeks also have vasilopita, a special cake with a coin inside. Whoever gets the slice with the coin has good luck all year. The onion tradition is most bizarre. Some cut it and examine the layers. Thick and healthy means a prosperous year. Thin or dry means difficulties. Onion divination. These traditions mix ancient pagan practices with Orthodox Christianity and folk superstition. Japan and Greece, where bells and vegetables bring luck. Finally, let's travel to Ireland and Victorian England for some of the strangest New Year traditions in history. In the Victorian era, certain regions of Ireland prepared a special large bread called barmbrack for New Year. The head of the family would take a few bites before throwing the bread against the front door. The symbolic hope? To keep cold, hunger, and misery at a distance for the coming year. Imagine the scene. A serious patriarch, a special bread, the family watching, a dramatic throw against the door. If the bread stuck or left a mark, it was considered a good omen. The harder the throw, the better the protection. This tradition reflects the harsh realities of 19th century Irish life, where hunger and poverty were genuine threats. The bread throw was both a superstitious ritual and psychological comfort. It gave people a sense of control over uncontrollable forces. But Victorian England had even weirder customs. In some regions, New Year included a practice called riding the stang. Groups of men would abduct a designated person and force them to ride a pole until reaching the nearest pub, where they had to buy everyone drinks to be released. Originally, this was a form of social punishment for behaviors judged immoral, like adultery or spousal abuse. The community would literally parade the offender through town on a pole while banging pots and pans. But over time, it transformed into New Year entertainment. In some villages, the tradition became less about punishment and more about extracting drinks from victims. Young men would grab someone, hoist them onto a pole or fence rail, carry them through the streets while making noise, and demand a ransom in the form of alcohol. These customs seem shocking by modern standards, but were seen as normal holiday fun in their time. They reveal how New Year was once more chaotic and transgressive. Social hierarchies were temporarily inverted, normal rules suspended. The contrast between Victorian propriety and these wild New Year customs is fascinating. Proper Victorian society had a secret wild side that emerged during holidays. So there you have it. From Spain's grape-eating race to Colombia's luggage marathons, from Brazil's ocean jumps to Japan's temple bells and Greek onions, and finally to Ireland's bread throwing and England's pole riding. These traditions prove that humans celebrate New Year in the most creative and bizarre ways imaginable. These customs reveal something beautiful about humanity. We're all trying to influence our futures through ritual and symbol. Whether it's grapes, suitcases, waves, bells, onions, or bread, we're performing magic to bring luck, prosperity, travel, and happiness. We're not so different across cultures, just weird in our own unique ways. If you enjoyed these insane traditions, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Tell me in the comments, which tradition is the craziest? Does your culture have any bizarre New Year customs? Would you try any of these? And if you missed part 1 about New Year's ancient origins, watch it now. The world of traditions never stops surprising us. Happy New Year from wherever and whenever you celebrate. Bye.